Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's talk about it. Woo! We finna get into it. Yep. Wack 100, man. It's been a whack week. Yep. Wack 100. And the reason why I'm covering this is because I'm giving you clarity. I'm letting these fools expose themselves. Like Wack, who keeps changing narratives. Everybody's on the trolling train. That's all they want to do. They have no morals, no values, nothing. Now he wants to defend academics. He wants to come and try to make it make sense because academics is out here doing things that he shouldn't be doing. He's trying to justify the fact that people have heard my video and other people from the city, right? Talking about DJ Akademiks creating false narratives and stories and giving names to all these people in Chirac and people lives being taken based off those assumptions and those narratives that academics created. That he just admitted he did. So in case you think I'm lying, he just did that. There's audio of him admitting he did it. Boastfully bragging about it. I can probably count 5 lives that's gone because of him. That he didn't did this to. But let's go. Here's Wack 100 trying to defend y'all boy who y'all love to support, DJ Akademiks.
From the hustle. People don't understand where music is went, where this revenue streams is went. It ain't on.
Now listen, he's trying to justify it. Now let's listen to this again, right from the beginning. So I don't want you to miss nothing. Listen to double talking Wack.
People don't understand the streets from the hustle. People don't understand where music is went, where this revenue streams is went. It ain't on the block no more. Everybody on the block is trying to get a nigga like Akademiks to blog about it. Believe it or not, I done seen niggas, bro, send that nigga clips and footage of real incriminating shit, talking about this, me, put it up and tag me, and he wouldn't do it. But if he would have did it, it'd be cats like you saying, why you post that shit? But y'all have no idea that this little underground rapper is that motherfucking thirsty, bro, that he sent it in himself, begging the man to do it. Fox, you know what I'm talking about, bro. That's okay. It's real shit, bro. And see, y'all on the outside looking in, not understanding that. Say what you want. That nigga Akademiks done helped a lot of niggas' careers because it gave y'all something to talk about. Bunch of artists, 80% of these artists now, we don't discover from music. We discover from an event, a situation. The baby, till he killed that nigga in Walmart, nigga, wasn't nobody looking at that nigga. Keep it real. His music was the same. He was hot, but it was, it took that event for people to, the nigga that killed the Walmart, who was that? The nigga out of North Carolina, who? The baby. Oh.
Now let's pause that right there. Now, let's talk about the first false narrative he just posted up there right now. He's talking about most of these guys out here are thirsty. These dudes are not rappers. These are street guys who making street records who want to use Akademiks to promote them on social media. Okay? These people are not artists. All right? So they want him to post a video of them doing some gangsters so that they can get their followers and everything else up. And the reason why he turned it down is because he know the pressure is on him. And it's gonna mess up some other money he got coming. If he keep down this road, this might offend certain people, not people that look like him, that he keep making these type of decisions and videos on whose lives are being taken early with no responsibility and recklessness. Now, he's right about the game didn't change. The game has changed. Nobody's talking about music no more. Even these rappers. They're not putting out songs. There's no more radio. There's no more video music channels. I don't see them. And I damn sure don't see hip hop no more. They took down 106 and Park. Why? If people was watching it and it was doing its numbers, why would you take it down? And you talking about academics that helped all these dudes' careers. We didn't know about the baby until the baby. I knew about the baby. Baby had songs. People found out that after the fact. There's people that didn't even know about that. So that's maybe how you found out about it. But that ain't what blew him up. There's people that still don't know about the damn Walmart incident. That ain't what made him like, oh, the baby, man, oh, that blew him up. Baby was already charged because he had records. See, that just shows you where your narrative is, Wack. See, your mind is on social media. You a former street dude who now moved on to social media. So all you doing right now is playing the narrative and the role. So you keep trying to kiss Akademiks' butt because you see a mule. You see you, oh, they ain't know how to use this guy right. Shot in them blew it. I know what to do with him. I know what to do with this fool. I'm going to milk this academic cow and have him working for me. And then we going to protect him. That's okay. Keep working that mule. Milk that cow. But all this misinformation you giving and twisting of words, I will always be here to correct it and make it make sense. Carry on.
Oh, wait, hold on. Where that's at? So, y'all take this shit way too serious. I tell my homies all the time, hey, look, bro, is our street shit on the internet? Nah, big homie, it ain't. Y'all stay out there in your lane and let me keep working my lane. Because I'm getting millions over here playing with this game that they gave us to play with. Because that's all it is. Y'all taking this shit too serious, my nigga. You got to put...
Taking it too serious? People are losing their lives. The hell you mean? Y'all taking it too serious. I'm going to keep this the game they gave us to play with. So I'm going to give my millions of dollars. People dying, bruh. People are dying.
Platform, that people want to be on that platform. He got the hottest motherfucking blog site out right now. He might as well be the A&R for motherfucking rap music. Straight up. Niggas paying that nigga $5,000 a post, begging him, he turning shit down. So at the end of the day, what niggas is talking about down here is totally different than what's going on that site, bro. The politics is different. Nobody's gonna pay it no attention because nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. It's a business, bro. Nobody cares about what the fuck Red Bull is doing to niggas. Them shit's killing motherfuckers every day. But they don't give a fuck. It's on the shelf. Promo is going on.
They ain't representing us though, bro.
But it's bullshit. It's an artist named Blast signed the Red Bull right now. Did you know that?
I know who Blast is.
That nigga signed the Red Bull, bro. Go Google his label. The nigga's label is Red Bull, bro. They making a move. They making a serious move right now at us. See how you know who Blast is? Watch it in a minute, bro. You gonna see a Red Bull up can that say Blast on that bitch on billboards everywhere. Blast is signed to Red Bull, my nigga. That's his label. You see what's going on now, bro?
For sure.
Y'all just be behind, my nigga.
No. I just don't understand how that, like the comparison that you trying to make.
Because that shit is killing niggas too, bro. But we don't give a fuck. All this nigga doing is putting up something that's already up. 90%, look, it's a 30 It's a 30 to 90-second window, bro, for all these blogs on who got the exclusive before they all put it up anyway. If Say Cheese put some shit up that Act on got, soon as it go up, it's a team over there gonna grab it and put it up over there. That's all it is, bro. It's going up anyway, is what I'm trying to say. He's just the only difference between Act and Say Cheese and shit like that is that nigga's the face. We know, we can see him, we know it's him.
And he originated giving people nicknames and all types of stuff that added to the beef when that was going on.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. We gotta blame ourselves too, because like I told my man from Chicago the other day, I said, nigga, you came to my studio. I had to stop the studio session and say, yo, what kind of weed is that you talking about you smoking on? Nigga, I was oblivious what this nigga was talking about. Oh no, Wack, that's my op. So what we do is we put their name like we smoking on a joint because he dead. So okay, well this is what y'all doing? Okay, well my nigga, don't blame this nigga over here. This what they doing already. This what they doing.
Nah, and that's the thing. It's one thing if they doing it, but then once you start publicizing it to more and more the crowd that you giving it to, you like adding to it. You add more feel to stuff that's instigating. That's like me.
Bro, that's not instigating. That's reporting. That's blogging, bro. He's a blogger. That nigga's a non-street square nigga with a platform. He is a blogger. It's niggas like you that follow him.
No, I don't follow him.
Not you personally. No, I'm just, hey, look, I told people the other day, they say, Wack, you gave 6ix9ine a platform. I said, no, I didn't. I'm one nigga. 8,000 people came in that room. Y'all gave him the platform, not me. Without the audience, nigga, it don't matter. It should have been reported, Wack 100 invited 6ix9ine to Clubhouse and 8 people showed up. That's what it should have been. But guess what? 8,000 motherfuckers showed up that I didn't know. So who gave the platform? But then they'll blame me. But don't nobody want to look at themselves and say, well, I was that curious, so I went to the room to support. Because when you showed up, you supported. When you go to Akademiks page and click that shit, you're supporting.
Nah, but look, that's just similar to this title, right?
This title is facts. I mean, I don't know. The title not facts. I'm not scared to face Jim. I'm scared to face Jim Jones, bro. Look, I'm saying that because I wrote the title because I seen the video on YouTube. And what video are you saying? It was a video on YouTube where Max was calling. He was on the phone with you, or I don't know if he was on the phone in the club, but he was on the Clubhouse. Hey, he go to thing with you, right? I really don't know you, right? But I'm gonna be real. Like, I understand this Clubhouse thing, and it's a room over there called Sleepers in LA, right? And I'm gonna keep it gangster. Not till I seen that you and the act was solid the way you were solid. I seen it different. I wouldn't be here now if I didn't see that. But I know what niggas be doing. My niggas clickbait. I ain't mad.
That's the same thing I just told.
Listen, listen. As you see, I'm not mad about it because gentleman is doing. I'm not mad about it, bro. Like, I am not mad that he got my name up there, right? Because it's clickbait. So what I did when I seen it, I ain't gotta come to this room. I know Jim Jones personally. I can really put dude on blast. All I gotta do is put these screenshots up, bro. I just did a song with the nigga 30 days ago. My nigga, every time he come out, he call me. Wack, I need this, pull up, bring me this. Can you brag your people, bring me this? Wack got a video, shoot me, and that nigga ain't no stranger to each other, right? So what I'm saying is I came to your room right now just to support your room, bro. Me and you get it. I don't give a fuck. But if we gonna do a Jim Jones Wack 100 game, best believe it's gonna be in Sleepers in LA, because that's the room that I'm a part of. So it wasn't about I was scared to come to your room. I just at that time, because I didn't know he was tied to, I wasn't gonna give you that, and I think you understand that. So I understand my name. Nah, I get it now. You get what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying now. Jim Jones, dog, calls my phone, knows my wife, knows my kids, know all that. Every time if I put these screenshots up, big homie, I'm here. It's my hotel room. Video shoot, big homie, I love to have you there. This ain't no motherfucking rapper that I'm a fan of. I know this man personally. But at the end of the day, Jim knows, hey, listen, bro, until you call my phone or you pick up my call and we have our conversation, we ain't doing that. And I damn sure not doing it in another nigga room when I got my nigga Rocky room over there, as y'all been seeing, I've been helping him build his motherfucking room. But as long as you want to use my name, bro, you can put that shit up. You can say whatever you want. Bro, do what you do. I get it. I support it. Put Wack 100, fucks the elephant. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care. I understand the media.
Respectfully, it's the first thing I said when the room opened. I didn't really think that it should happen on the app because I'm like, these niggas know each other. But that's the first thing I said when this shit opened. So it's like, we in fact, it's like, that's my nigga 100%. We close as fuck. I don't agree with everything that he says, but I'm here. So the thing is that they explained it to me like this. You brought it to the app, what? So address it on the app.
But see, this is the thing though, right? And I ain't spoken to Aisha. I'm gonna give y'all some real shit. Mm-hmm. When I interview 6ix9ine, right? When I tell you I fuck with a nigga, I fuck with a nigga, right? When I interview 6ix9ine, I did some whole ass shit because 6ix9ine tried to bring Jim up, and I told him he couldn't. Hear me out. Now y'all ain't slow. All that shit we talked about, the only motherfucker one talked about in that interview was Jim Jones. Cause I told him, hey, I don't know what, cause at the time I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't know about the fucking wiretap shit. I was oblivious to it, right? I said, bro, I don't know what you're talking about, so you can't bring it up because I can't defend the man. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about. This is where Wack did some whole shit and showed favoritism to Jim. 6ix9ine said, well, Wack, let me open the phone up and show you what I'm talking about right now. Because when you hear it, you don't understand it. You know what Wack did? Nah, nigga, I don't even want to see it. I played favoritism towards it, and I sided with Jim. And see, one thing about me, if I do some whole shit, I'm going to tell a nigga I did some whole shit. I'm going to tell you why I did it. But so I did not allow 6ix9ine to talk about Jim not one time in that fucking interview. Because if that nigga would have talked about it and played that fucking shit, as big as this shit went, I'm pretty sure Acton told you, and that shit went #1 in 17 countries on Spotify. That shit would have went crazy. So I blocked it. So now here come Clubhouse. Mm-hmm. Clubhouse, and it's a bunch of New York niggas coming at this nigga, right? Now you know I can't, the nigga ain't in front of me no more. We on Clubhouse. That nigga went there. Nigga, fuck you, me. This nigga told on me, and this nigga, yeah, I know what I did, but y'all want to ignore what everybody else did. This why I don't respect the streets. Y'all heard this, heard that. At that point in time, my nigga, ain't nothing I can fucking do. I protected the nigga in the interview. Jim Jones' name wasn't mentioned one time, bro, and you know damn well that kid was itching to go there. So where did it go wrong at? Like you said it never went wrong. See, what Jim did, and it's crazy he did this, right? The kid called him out on it on Clubhouse. I protected him on the interview. So when the kid called him out on Clubhouse, let me tell y'all what Jim is doing. And it's a lot of niggas that see it. Even you see it. This nigga will not address conspiracy-driven wiretap. So when the kid went at him, look what Jim tried to do. Here come the job.
Hey, Wack, so you didn't think...
Hold on. This what Jim does. He calls Mel Murder, a nigga that's in jail that I don't know personally. I've only talked to him a few times over the phone, right? He calls Mel Murder nigga in jail and tries to change the narrative to Mel Murder and Wack beefing. So what Wack did, because I'm sharper than that, I did a little post for Akademiks and said, no. We gonna talk about what we talking about, Jim. Let's put this light back on you. Can you please address how you ducked this motherfucking conspiracy play on this wiretap? Mel Murder in jail, bro. If you listen to the interview, I big up Mel Murder in the interview. I never said nothing wrong about Mel Murder. Jim reached over there, hey Mel, I need you to say this about this nigga Wack to get this shit off of me. I did. If I had came back and said fuck Mel Murder and kept it about Mel Murder, Jim Jones' narrative would have went away. Understand, bro? I'm an old death row head. I understand how this shit works. You can't come with the simple-minded, feeble-minded shit with me. Cause I'm gonna outthink you. Jim, let's talk about this. When Jim comes into the room, let me tell you what Jim does. He turns into the rapper. Yo, I put all of them on my back, yo. Nobody never said you did. I did it like Snoop did Cali. Okay, we hear you. Yo, I'm here to create good music. I never said the music was whack. but never talked about what the fuck was on the table. And know what y'all do? Y'all like, yeah. Y'all play fans, my nigga. Nah,
Right.
it's not. Nah, bro. Make that nigga talk about how did you duck the conspiracy charge on that motherfucking wiretap. He will not address it. That is a recording that was played in the federal courts. It's already on record. That's where the wiretap recording comes from. They can't come arrest you for something they already know. The reason why they ain't arrest you, because you already copped the plea and did some shit you weren't supposed to do already. You know they ain't coming for you, my nigga. They played that in the courts. Everybody needs to know this. This ain't no shit that we had and we leaked. Hey, that recording comes from the federal courts during a federal trial, bro. And the nigga not one time will address it. He trying to change the narrative to everything but that. And y'all don't see it. That's the crazy part.
Hey, I got a question. So if you say 6ix9ine did that over the interview, like one
he did, bro. I
know. I'm just getting my point out, my thought out. So if he did that over the interview, what did you think he was gonna do when you invited him to Clubhouse? You didn't.
Bro, he wasn't. Listen, I'm gonna be real. Listen, he wasn't. Listen, he wasn't talking about Jim. He just started going. He wasn't talking about New York niggas. Period. He was answering questions. But when a few New York niggas came in there and was going at him, talking about you ain't this and you ain't that and you ain't this and you ain't that, he like, okay, we know what I am. Well, why y'all niggas ignoring this nigga, that nigga, this nigga in this document? He didn't come in there with that. He already had it in his mind. I didn't want him to address that because I stopped him in the interview. He went at Cardi. I stopped him in the interview. You know what I'm saying? So until they came in there going at him about you this, you that, he like, yeah, I know I did that, but you same niggas is talking about you real from New York. This nigga, this nigga, this nigga. So what y'all gonna do with that? Y'all looking the other way. What I'm gonna say, my nigga, and I'm gonna be real. Now I heard the interview, and I'm gonna keep it gangster, my nigga. My own brother, my own blood. When it's foul, my nigga. At that point in time, I cannot protect you because this is really something that's real. I didn't want that kid to show me that shit in the sit-down interview, because then I would have had to go, I'd have had to like, but yeah, nigga, we need to talk about it. I just told you I did some whole ass shit. The nigga tried to show me some shit on what's the man? He just went to jail a couple months ago. Y'all seen it? He had the paperwork on the phone. I wouldn't look at it. Nah, that nigga in there fighting to hack the case, my nigga. I don't know, my nigga. He had it. He like, yo, what about your man's nigga? I got the paperwork right here. He told on such and such and such. That man in jail. And me and that man's relationship is bittersweet. Sometimes we cool, sometimes we ain't. So I didn't want to fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? He had it on the phone. I could have sat there and read the shit and called a spade, but I didn't. We all do it, bro. We selective politic and we show favoritism to one side or other for one reason or another. With Jim, I just did a song with this nigga. I'm like, nigga, I don't want to hear this shit. We got a fresh record we just did together. Nigga, we was just together at the video. We talking about doing weed endorsement deals and all kind of shit. We on the jack every other day. Our houses is 12 miles from each other, my nigga. Right? I didn't want to see it. Because one thing about me, once I see it, my nigga, I come from the old generation. No matter who you are, you got to be held accountable for that shit, bro. It'll hurt, but it's what it is, homie.
Hey, Wack, I got a question. You said you fucked with Jim Jones, right? That was your man before that shit, right? So, serious question, right? Do you really feel like in his character that he would've, know what I'm saying, he would've did some rap shit?
Yeah, let me explain something to you, bro, as a real street nigga, right? What a man accept and endure at 18 to the ages of 25 is totally different from what a man will accept and endure from the ages of 38 to 45, right? Now walk with me. Jim Jones, believe it or not, and I keep telling people this, rap music ain't the streets. It just raps about the streets, right? Jim Jones don't have the credentials, my nigga, for me to give him what you want me to give him. He ain't getting no time like that. He don't come from that like that. He just a nigga from Harlem, came up rapping, representing Harlem, started representing the gang in Harlem, and that's what that was. He ain't no nigga that can lay down and walked off 5'10" and did all that. The older that man get, the older any man get, they're more prone to break the motherfucking rules because it's a little different. Giving a nigga 50, 10 years is damn near life sentence versus giving a nigga 20, 25, 10 years. He can go walk that off, he ain't tripping. So you take a man like Jim Jones who ain't never did no time, who's an entertainer, and I noticed the live entertainers today, it look good, but these niggas is living show by show and bag by bag. 80% of them ain't in position like Chris Brown or Rick Ross or the Lil Waynes, right? Or shit like that, or the Travis Scotts. These niggas look good. The jury they got, they brought 12 years ago. So they still got it. I know niggas, my management team and my financial team handle a lot of these niggas' accounts, bro. A lot of these niggas be fucked up, right? So I understand, nigga, these niggas talking about 15 years. I gotta do 12. Nigga, hell no, I can't sustain that shit. He ain't never been there. Your bag ain't right. Nigga, I'm not, nigga, definitely, yes. Now, nigga like Wack, right? I'm going back home. I'm just going back to the pen. I'm gonna go back in there, I'm gonna hit the yard. Within the first 10 days, I'm gonna get the keys to the yard, and it's gonna be back to normal like any other motherfucking time I done did. I've been doing time all my life. I'm not tripping my family because I don't gotta worry about dropping an album. My residual checks gonna continue to come in. My truck driving businesses, my diaper businesses, my stocks and everything that's in place will continue to feed my family. I'm straight. I got identity in the penitentiary like I got one on the streets. It's a fucked up thing to say, but that comes with doing time so early and doing so much of it. So when you say a nigga like Jim Jones, all you know about Jim Jones is he's a rapper and what he raps about. But let's look at his fucking credentials when it comes to the streets, my nigga. He ain't that. A lot of game ain't that. Game ain't never seen the penitentiary, bro. He did 30 days in the county jail, bro. Y'all just believe in the hype. Let's just be real, my nigga.
So it's not character, you basically saying the circumstances.
Yeah, these niggas ain't look, man, it's real shit. You got a nigga that ain't never been to the joint, you tell him in 2021, nigga, you finna take this 8 or this 10, nigga, boom, he more prone to fucking. But you tell a nigga 40 who ain't never did none of that, who really know that his livelihood and his family livelihood is based on him having to be here, he ain't really financially stable or situated to go be gone like that without losing everything, and he gotta go somewhere that he ain't never been to see, all he done heard these horrific stories about. Man, look, any nigga up in. This is why I don't commit crimes or do illegal acts, right? Affront these niggas, around these niggas. Cause I know you talking the talk and walking the walk and tattoos everywhere, but that's just a look. That ain't what's real.
So everybody's problem, I guess, is that the fact that it was said, but they're saying there's no paperwork. So
but see, here goes the thing, right? And I don't expect a civilian or a motherfucker who ain't never been in the box to understand this shit, right? They hear Wack on the phone. Hey, Fat Joe, yeah, we gonna kill that nigga. All right, whoa, nigga gonna be over at the W. When that nigga pull up in the SUV, I'm gonna have a car block him in, y'all hit him. You know what I'm saying? The security gonna be slipping, they can't boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm on the wiretap. The act is carried out. It's carried out, we see it. The security was hit at Police House. We saw this shit and reported this shit, right? And the wiretap is playing in court. And 8 other niggas around me from my neighborhood is in there for wiretap conspiracies for what they been saying on the phone and all this shit. And Wack ain't been to the substation. You ain't gotta have no paperwork to know a motherfucker that did something he ain't supposed to do. Paperwork is only there when you gotta get on the stand and point at the nigga. Because what they do is this, right? This is how they work, right? They may know, and I'm just throwing shit out there. Well, these niggas we looking at in Detroit, we see Jim been tied to these niggas. Hey, Jim, check this out. Press play. Nigga, we got your ass. But check it out. We ain't tripping that. What's happening? What you know about these dudes over in Detroit that we hear you talking? Well, you know, I do know this, that. Bro, they give, telling happens when they give up information that leads to other shit. You ain't gotta always get on the stand. But what we do know, and any nigga that did any time knows what wiretap conspiracy is, what dry conspiracy is,
and what they call phone calculator.
Yeah, Wack, I got a question, you heard?
Yeah, hold on, give me a second. Now, let me tell you what it is. If I called you, Aisha, right, and said, hey, look, I need to buy about 10 pounds of weed from you. You say, Wack, I don't fuck around. I work at the post office. I let that shit go. But you know what? You can call motherfucking Sierra in the game. He go her number. And I call Sierra, and Sierra do that deal with me. Aisha, they coming to get you for dry conspiracy because you directed me where to go get it from. 5 to 10.
They coming to get you if you even there and you don't say nothing.
Yeah, you ain't even got to be there, but if you tell me Sierra got it, here go the phone number, and I call that girl and get that, they coming to get you.
So just to reiterate, just so everybody's understanding, and I'm understanding exactly what you're saying. This is what I got from what you said. Basically, you're saying that because he was, they was tapped, whether they tapped him or whoever he was talking to, he was tapped, he was heard and recorded saying some illegal shit. You're just gonna leave it there, right?
Well, no, I'm not saying some illegal shit. Listen, this is where he went wrong at. The nigga took the position of shot caller. When that dude, Mel Murder, said, yeah, Shotty called me, we doing this, doing that, and he want me to do this and do that, and Joe say, nah, Mel Murder, you don't do shit. You let that nigga do this and do that, and you fall back at this, that. At that point in time, they're gonna put you in a position of shot caller. And now it's really fucked up. Listen, now it's really fucked up, right? So then, when you start saying what needs to happen, this gotta happen, this needs to happen to security, and this, and them niggas ain't got no fire because of this, and then, okay, cool, and then something's really carried. See, if it wouldn't have been carried out, that's one thing. It's still a conspiracy. It's a attempted conspiracy. But the fact that it was carried out, they got you, whether you there or not. They created this shit for the Italian mafia because these niggas is calling hit, but they ain't the one doing the hit.
Now he claims, Wack. He claims, they trying to change the narrative. Now, if I'd have let him do what he did, he'd have made this thing Jim Jones versus Wack 100 instead of what's on that wide tape. I ain't talking about that tape. I'm an old death row head. I know the game. Wack was around after the fact. After the death row era. When I knew Suge after the fact of death row. The Pac era and all that stuff. I met him after that. The only way I knew Suge was because of Floyd Mayweather. Suge was coming to the fights. Suge was trying to get into boxing and do the same thing he was doing with Meezy. He was going to manage some fighters. By intimidation or whatever. But that's what he was on. He was trying to get close to Floyd so he can get close to some of these fighters and start managing them. And Jay Prince was there. And he wasn't managing Floyd at that time, but he was doing his thing. And I didn't see Wack because he was probably serving some time for doing something stupid. So when Cat Williams was there hanging out with Suge and all that, and we sitting down there, it's the same thing. Reggie Wright said, come on my show and you could talk about it. I want to hear those stories. Come on, sit us down. Come on and talk on my show. I'm not finna sit there and talk to the federal government. I'm not finna talk to a cop who ratted. Well, I won't say he ratted, but broke an oath. So if you broke your oath, I can't sit down with you. What I look like talking to a dirty cop? No, thank you. You think he still ain't got people working at the precinct just because he gone? They probably just called him. They just didn't call none of his comrades. Or didn't get them all. So, nah, I'm good. So I passed. And I'm like, why would I do that? And I could talk about it on my page, which I've already done. So none of that made any sense to me. But again, no Wack. So he probably was doing time or came in the middle of all this. But I just say that to say this. Because he make himself seem like he was a death row shot caller when he was there, or he was the muscle at death row and all that. It's almost laughable. But hey, it is what it is. You know, you guys asked me some crazy questions. I only heard about Mob James. I never saw him in action. But I knew where they were from. I knew what they were doing from what they told. I was told. It wasn't a good idea for nobody to stick around to see all that. There's no need for that. There was no need for me to stick around and watch any of that transactions go the way it did. I remember hearing about the rim shop. That's how I ended up knowing so much about Reggie. Because the people I knew stayed like right around there. And they got stories for days. And Reggie was never that guy. He was never Pyru. He was never doing any activities with these dudes. He just grew up in the neighborhood. And they considered him to be basically a lame. You know, daddy was an officer, sent him to school, but these were the cool kids. And he wanted to be part of the cool kids. So when he became an officer and they were blowing up, and they from his neighborhood, death row and all this, he was, hey, I can help you out. Let me do security, you know. So that's that. And if you want to learn anything from this, you see, Clubhouse was supposed to be about business, right? Oh, we did this so that people can get together and talk business and all of this. They can just bring people up and talk. In other words, Clubhouse is a larger ripoff of Zoom. Get Zoom. So therefore, you get on a Zoom call, we can just start pulling people up. Yep. So, anyhow, that's why I'm at with it, and that's what I see on a regular basis. But y'all tell me if y'all see anything other than. Because for me, that was it. I know I made this video extra long. Longer than it should have been. I gotta go get some sleep. One. And don't forget, almost forgot. Don't forget, subscribe to the page if you're new. Hit the like button. Cash App is Carcino. Thanks for the super chats. All everybody who did. Follow all these YouTubers who are out here doing the real thing and not the BS thing. And I'm out.